recording. So now that we're recording, let's try this again. I streamed last week and epically failed in the fact that I had no audio in my stream. So it was just a silent, like not even game audio, 90-minute experience, I guess we'll call it, which I have since deleted from Twitch because, let's face it, nobody's watching that. So, this is new channel, new stream, and the premise here is that our character here, who looks as much like me as is possible with Project Zomboid, graphics and the insane amount of mods that I have loaded, is spawning on Kingsmouth Island, and the premise is we are trying to, kind of simultaneously murder every zombie on the island, but also get off the island. I have the mod loaded that puts Kingsmouth into the river in the world, so it is theoretically possible to make it to the mainland. And I also have the Aquazar mod loaded that should hopefully spawn us a boat. If it does not, then we will have to shamelessly cheat and spawn ourselves a boat after we have cleared the island. Because I feel like if we can kill everything on the island, we've earned ourselves a boat. At which point we'll continue to the mainland and continue with our murder spree up until the point we get bored. Because let's face it, eventually we're going to get bored. Other mods that we're running include 75% less loot, 75% less food. So we are hopefully going to have to struggle a little bit. I did do an experimental run in preparation for this stream where I turned the food loot down to 0. And the problem that I was having was not necessarily that my character was starving, because, you do go through and you find, rats and mice and whatever else in cabinets, and you can cook them up. Your character doesn't like it, but technically you could just eat them as you find them. But the problem I was having wasn't that I couldn't feed my character. The problem that I was having was that I couldn't find a freaking weapon. It's just, I'd been through, I don't know, half a dozen buildings. I think I even had a car. And I still couldn't find anything to bludgeon a zombie with. And unfortunately, that's kind of the way this game goes. As any of you have played it know, RN Jesus giveth, and RN Jesus taketh away. So I do have underwear on, for those of you that were wondering. I disabled that mod, because I figured Twitch is probably not a fan of... Hello, and we already have a vehicle key. Fantastic. I don't even know where the hell we are yet, but hey, we've got a key. For whatever reason, we've also got grandma's earrings that we're gonna wear. I am running the more traits mod as well, which is kind of broken in some ways. As a contributor to the modding community, I should probably be more diplomatic about that. But, let's see, in here, now we've got a dead rat. Let's take that with us, just to be safe, because you never know when you might need food. Get some water, and let's see what we can find. Alright, we're in some kind of mechanics shop. I'm a little familiar with Kingsmouth, but I'm not as familiar with it as I am with other areas of the game. I know the base game pretty well, but I also have a lot of map mods installed. And this just goes around in a circle. So there's nothing here. Fantastic. I love spawning into empty buildings. And apparently we're gonna have to go out and do bloody murder. to actually get anything to work with. Fantastic. Got some shoes. Do have the short-sighted trait. No, and the party's arrived. Knew that was coming. The damage that's popping up above my head there, for those of you that don't know, is from the More Traits mod. I have, I believe it's the Martial Artist trait that I took. Let's try and get something here that won't... That's what I want. That's the Martial Artist trait that actually makes your unarmed attacks do damage. Which is convenient, but also, again, is... It's on the other side of the fence. I'm gonna get that key. Again, I do play this game very heavily modded. Because let's face it, those of us that play and love this game, it's pretty... There's a lot of things that should be in the base game and aren't. And this zombie clearly has some form of brain damage. Come on. There we go. Alright. We're gonna change pants already, because these don't have holes in them. Oh, get on the corpse. On the corpse. Yeah, let's grab ourselves a t-shirt while we're at it. Alright. Got that key there. So, yeah, as I was saying, I do play the game very heavily modded. There's a lot of things in the base game that should be there and aren't. And so, of course, to make up for that, we all install an absolute boatload of mods. To add, common sense things, like, fuel side indicators, and stuff that just kind of makes the game, I don't want to say more enjoyable, but it makes it, a more pleasant experience. We'll go with that. Keep trying to remember not to zoom out too far so you guys can see what I'm doing. I tried, in one of my research streams, I tried actually disabling the further out zoom levels, and the problem that I ran into is that, yeah, it works great for the purposes of not allowing me to zoom out too far. The problem is that it absolutely cripples your ability to drive in the game, because, nope. Face that way. Yep, push him over. It absolutely cripples your ability to drive in the game, because you can't see far enough away to get going more than like 5 miles an hour. So, unfortunately, that did not work, and I'm just going to have to try and be conscious of the fact that I need to think of people other than myself. Which, let's face it, we could all use that. Oh, now it's a party. Nope, fall over. There we go. Now, this is doable with 2 of them. 3 of them, it becomes much more of a pain in the ass. Ridiculous hand fork that I have. I'm not sure what a hand fork is. I feel like it's one of those ridiculous garden hoe things that just has spikes for no real reason. Alright, so let's see what we've got here. This is an absolutely crappy area to spawn. As I've said, I'm not... Like, I know... Ooh, does he have a bag? He does. Excuse me, sir. May I have your backpack? Thank you very much. No. All over. So I know Kingsmouth a little bit. Like, I'm familiar with the overall kind of location of things on the island, but I haven't played here nearly as much as I have in kind of main Knox County. Do I have holes in that? Yes, I do. Fantastic. And it's darker down, I'm sure, which I personally appreciate. Not a fan of bright colors. Not that denim blue is necessarily the right color. Come on. You know what, it's just you. Follow it. But if you give me a choice between blue and black, I'm pretty much always going to go with black. So what I am aware of with Kingsmouth is there's kind of two places that I personally think are decent places to base up, because we are going to need a base to finish depopulating this island. Because my historical experience with playing here has been, for whatever reason that doesn't make sense, and probably because this is a prototype map as opposed to the current state of Knox County for the main game, it seems like the loot tables for Kingsmouth are screwed up, and I've never really been able to figure out why. There's certain things that just don't seem to spawn here. I played one playthrough here with another character that I took the smoker trait, because it's, let's face it, if you can find what you need, it's free points. And I just absolutely could not find cigarettes. Now, like, I'm not stupid. I know where to find cigarettes in this game. You know, you look in desks, you look in gas stations. Sometimes you'll get lucky and they'll spawn on a zombie. But, like, I know where to find them, and I just could not find them. And this was before I started running the 75% less loot. This was on vanilla loot settings, and they just wouldn't pop in. I've had the same problem here with, we'll take that too, sledgehammers. And I know that sledgehammers are famously difficult to find for the duration that you don't have one. If you have a sledgehammer, they're everywhere. If you don't have one, well, I mean, Jesus will come before you'll find a frickin' sledgehammer. It's one of those perceptional things, I guess. It'd be really nice if we could, find a water bottle or something in here. Maybe a cup? No? Nothing? Fantastic. A completely empty kitchen. That's realistic. I mean, I guess that's what we get. I wanted to struggle. Well, now we're gonna struggle. This is actually, in my opinion at least... Come on. There we go. Oh, hello. This beginning of the game here, where you don't have anything, and you don't know where you're gonna sleep, you don't know where you're gonna eat, you don't know if you're gonna... Oh, and that's the end of that hand fork. You don't know how anything's gonna fall out. Your future is absolutely open to question. This is the best part of the game for me. I enjoy this struggle and uncertainty. Capacity 19. How big is my school bag? School bag, capacity 19. Yeah, school bag's actually better. It's a more encumbrance reduction. So we'll just keep that for the time being. Upside to this martial artist trait is that you can actually, as you just saw, murder zombies just by pushing them. So we do actually do damage even before we knock them down on the ground, which is a plus. As I've said, the more traits and even more traits mods that I run, they are a little broken. I'm not prepared to question that. There are some settings in this game that I have that make the game easier than vanilla. And some would say, well then, why are you applying the hard mode tag to the game? And that's mainly because the settings that I have enabled in some ways make it easier than vanilla, and in some ways make it harder. Like for example, I'm starting with a 1.0 starting population, so this is exactly what you would get for a starting population if you clicked on Apocalypse mode instead of Custom Sandbox. In terms of the amount of zombies that we're dealing with. However, my sandbox settings will scale that population up to 4.0 by day 30, I think, is when population peaks. So if we're still on this island in 30 days, which, depending on what we find, we may or may not be, if we're still here in 30 days, the population is going to quadruple in that time. They don't just all appear out of nowhere all at once. The game will kind of slowly phase them in. But we will have a lot of zombies to contend with. Because I personally don't want to be swarmed at the start. I don't want to die 15 seconds into the game. That's not fun. But I do find that as you play through the game, and as your character scales up and gets better at some of the combat skills, damn it. As your character gets better, the game gets too easy. Especially on Kingsmouth, which I don't know how many of you are familiar with it, but Kingsmouth has a military base on it, and that military base has a lot of guns. Of course, there's no key in the glove box. Why would there be? Yeah, there's a lot of guns in the military base here on Kingsmouth. So once we get there, and it's realistically not... it's not terribly difficult to get into, we'll put it that way. In fact, we can probably, by like day 3 or 4, get in there. We've got a key, we've got maybe a tiny little bit of gas. Probably not enough to do anything with. nothing useful in the back. And zombie too close, so I can't even get in the back. Actually, let's see if we can, let's see if we can get this over to the gas pump. I'll take a box truck. Alright. Fantastic. Whoa. Drift turn going on there. As I said, I do know Kingsmouth a little bit, enough to know that there's a gas pump right here, but by the water. Really lucky. Nope. And something's breaking the game. Yep. I really wish I knew what mod was doing that. I don't know which one it is. Probably one of the, as soon as I get close to a gas pump. It breaks the game, so that I literally can't fuel a vehicle. Fantastic. I'm gonna have to figure out which mod is doing that, and I'm also gonna have to find some gas cans, because apparently that's the only way I'm gonna get fuel. Awesome. And the building's locked. Of course it is. Have anything that I could break a window with, because that would be easy and or convenient. This door over here. Maybe this door is open. Fantastic. Somebody who sucks at locking up. Did I take a screwdriver yet? I do. I do have a screwdriver. I also have a shirt for reasons. Why do I have a... I didn't pick up a comic book. Apparently I'm just losing my mind. Sanity gets the best of all of us from time to time. And it would be really nice if I could find something to murder zombies with. I mean, a blowtorch would be great. Not terribly helpful right now. This is the downside of this 75% less loot. Is you are absolutely going to struggle. Take a lighter just in case we need to cook something on a grill or something. You're absolutely going to struggle to find a weapon a lot of the time. Got here, this is just an office building. This is not terribly helpful. We need something a little more industrial. So you know what, let's head this way. One of these houses that I like to use to base up is down on the corner of the island here. Got some friends inside. Fantastic. I'm sure they'll make their way out and join us soon enough. Cheat and speed this process up a little bit. This house down here, oh, and this house already has some tenants. Maybe we can take care of these in a reasonable manner. Awesome. And nobody has anything good. This is kind of business as usual for Zomboid. But we do have a couple of cars. Granted, we have a working box truck back there at the gas pump, so all we really need... Nope. All we really need is a gas can. We can get that box truck up and running. To be fair, it's already running, but we need to get some fuel in it. Guys are everywhere, dude. All over. All over. All over. Alright. Yet again, nothing good. Nothing. Cool. We can use that. In the truck. Bandages are also useful. However, you know, keys would have been my preference. Oh, man. Just everywhere. Fantastic. Got a gas can. Unfortunately, because I'm a masochist, and I'm running the mod for it, I also need to find a rubber hose to be able to siphon fuel. Because that's how it works in reality. You can't just jam a gas can into a car and expect gas to come out. Unfortunately, actually, there could, I guess, be some in the lighthouse here. Give that a look. Last time I went into this lighthouse, I got bit. So, and we found some cheese. Random cheese in a crate. Because that makes sense. That. Come on. Work with me here. Nope, I don't have a hammer, so I can't pick up the crate and get to the rest of the loot. Because video game logic. Let's see if there's anything good inside the house. Fantastic. We finally got a bottle, at least. So we can carry water around with us instead of just... Of course there's a friggin' house alone. Are you kidding me? Well, on the plus side, that will draw anything in the area, and we'll be safe at night, I guess? Silver linings and all that. You know, don't really want to listen to it. I'm playing pretty quick. See if there's anything out here by the water. Maybe there's a boat. Just hop on the boat and run away. The most anticlimactic challenge ever. Just, yeah, get on the boat within, 20 minutes. Supposed to be streaming for 3 hours today, and I just finished the stream within 20 minutes and escaped the island. Yeah. Now, RN Jesus doesn't love me that much. So we'll make our way back. Hopefully, alarm has stopped. Because they are, by God, annoying. I do have to say, I've tried this kind of general concept before, not on stream, but just playing for myself, kind of setting up my own headcanon for, the reason that my character was there. I don't think I have ever... Oh, we got some friends. Fantastic. We can clear out the area. I don't think I've ever actually found a boat on Kingsmouth, which is kind of a flaw in this whole plan that I have going on here. But as I said, if the game doesn't spawn us one, couple of ways that I could potentially get one. I don't want to cheat, but if I have to make the stream work, then I will. Because, you know, entertainment and all that. Man, why you gotta go and break my window? Solid. Probably my single biggest complaint with this game is, oh, hello, the fact that all of these zombies seem to have the balance of professional ballerinas. It's insane. Like, how... Man, they broke another window. I'm pretty sure you weren't here earlier. Okay. There's another one. I love left when it's on a local PC. Ah, fantastic. I've got a key to the house. Where are these clowns? Like, seriously, dude, where are you coming from? I walked that way. There was nothing there. Utterly ridiculous the way this game cheats. Like, this dude was not here 30 seconds ago. See, this is what I'm talking about. This thing is a shambling corpse, rotting and dead, and I've got to shove it 87 times to knock it over? Seems a little suspicious to me. See if we can clear the house without getting bit. I think one of my test streams I went through here, and this house happened to be the COVID toilet paper house that the devs put in there as a joke. I'm like, cool. A whole bunch of worthless junk in this house that I don't need, and I've got to move it out of the containers to be able to base up here. And also, you know, nothing useful in the entire house. Every container. Toilet paper. Kinda like now. There's nothing useful in this house. Most useful thing were the chips, and I already ate them. Like, seriously, where are these guys coming from? They just keep randomly appearing in the house. This guy's got some useful stuff on him. Don't really want the gun. Who can I... Grab the corpse. Out the window. Big pile of bodies here. This is absolutely... Take that, just because we can use it as disinfectant. The out the window mod is absolutely fantastic. Somebody finally... And I fully realize, like, I mean, I don't have a great deal of experience handling dead bodies, so I guess that's not a fair statement to make. But I've watched the Mythbusters episode where, you know, they were handling dead body simulacra. Not sure what the technical term is, but you know, they had a stand-in for a dead body, and they were, you know, jamming it in a trunk or whatever ridiculous thing they were doing that day. So I'm fully aware that, manhandling a dead body is probably not as easy as it would seem on the surface, but at the same time, video game. We're already suspending reality quite a bit here. Let's bend it a little bit further and let me just push it out the window rather than have to drag it outside, walk for freaking ever to, just to get rid of a corpse so I don't get corpse sickness. Alright, so, I don't remember if there's a TV in this house or not. Yes there is. Alright. Get some, life and living going here. Carpentry should be coming up in a few minutes. Have absolutely no food. Though actually, we do have a fridge, so let's put the dead stuff in the freezer. And what else can we offload here? Let's over in this corner here, where it won't get in the way of cooking. We never actually start cooking. Garbage bags. And because I have the same mental fascination that everyone else does with, it's a weird house. Like, there's no... Why do you have to walk through a bedroom to get to what seems to be the only bathroom? Unless I'm missing one. Oh. Come on, hurry up. Get down there. Awesome. Get some free carpentry points here. What was that? Oh, that's the only cure mod. Okay. I do have, while we're standing here watching TV, as I've said, I am running this game very heavily modded. For the most part, zombies are still on the vanilla settings. I don't do sprinters. I'm not that kind of masochist. But they're, I think, fast shamblers. Yeah, they're whatever the vanilla zombie setting is. However, I do have infection is set on saliva only. So the only way we're going to get infected is if we actually get bit. Why is he so miserable? Like, I haven't made you eat lard or anything. Oh, there's another one. Coming from the direction that we checked. Well, I guess we can use that as a weapon. My wrench. Okay, there it is. Alright, so we've kind of cleared out an area here. We've got a place we can sleep in, I would say, reasonable, if not perfect, safety. I'm not too concerned about it. Bigger priority right now, because we've got, speed this up a little bit. Bigger priority right now, I would say, is we need to, we need to secure a source of food. Because right now we got, what, a couple of rats and some mice. No, get away. So we need to find something to eat. And the plus side is that, we're on an island, so if we can find some fishing gear, we'll be in good shape. However, don't actually know if I've ever found fishing gear on this island. The downside to this particular island, it's very, well, I mean, obviously it's very small, but it's not, you don't get the variety of loot zones that you do with mainland Kentucky. Hello, what do we have here? A whole bunch of water bottles. Unfortunately, water doesn't... Oh, some kind of medical thing. Alright. I will take your drugs. Take the surgical gloves, too, because I think those are part of a recipe for a surgical kit if we end up needing that. I don't know if the cotton balls are or not. But we are in full loot goblin mode. Did I get this? No, I got the prosthesis for dummies. Okay. Experts, needle, scissors, scalpel. Oh, this is probably... Actually, I don't think we need 2 scalpels. Pretty useless by and large. Bandage. Oh yeah, this is all good stuff here. Loot goblin this right up. However, we apparently... Really? Can't get out of the back room. Awesome. Walk around the friggin' building. Where's a zombie with a key when you need one, right? What we got here? Another office building. Not my kind of office. My kind of office has whiskey at the desk. Take that. So we do have skill recovery journal mod running. Assuming I can find... Found scissors yet? I have. Fantastic. If, assuming I can find all of the components, then we can make ourselves a skill recovery journal. And I won't insult you by saying if we die. When we die, we can, recover all of the grinding that we did up until that point. And that's really the only reason that I run it. It's because the grinding is so... It's so frustrating with this game. You work so hard to make a skill usable, and then all it takes is one slip up and you lose everything. And I'm not opposed to that. One side of the door is locked, one side of the door is open. Video game logic. I'm not opposed to the, you know, the roguelike shtick. Like, that's fine. The problem that I have comes from, you know, I won't say that I don't have the time. I clearly do, because I'm sitting here playing a video game for nobody. I guess it kind of allows me to continue this experience for you guys without making you sit through starting from scratch. It's, again, the starting from scratch part of it is some of the best part of the game for me, but I'm also savvy enough to know that not everybody enjoys that. So if we can, kind of jumpstart, it's just the door we couldn't get through. We can kind of jumpstart ourselves back into the swing of things, then I'm not going to complain about that. So we can clear the parking lot here. Maybe one of these cars actually has some fuel in it. This thing is so fucking useless. What I wouldn't give for a nightstick, a club hammer. Yep. A couple of zombies, it's already completely toast. What a worthless weapon. I'm having kind of the same issue that I did in that other run, where I'm just having a hard time finding anything to murder fools with. Nope. Nothing useful. Awesome. I swear, they love just loading these things up with garbage. Pretty sure we already checked that black van on our first way through. Check the rest of them real quick. That one's locked. At least I have a wrench now. I could potentially smash the window. Rather wait until I have crowbar. Then I can pry it open. Courtesy of yet another one of those. Awesome, we've got a key. Question is, there's no gas in it. Worthless. Absolutely worthless. Excuse me. Alright, got another locked car. Need to find... Gotta find one of those rubber hoses. So we can actually... Did I? I'm an idiot. I did pick up a gas can. I am a moron. Okay. Let's go back down here to the dock where, we left that perfectly good box truck we had, and let's get some fuel in it. And hopefully, I will, before next week's stream, I'll do some research, see if I can figure out which mod is causing that API, or not API, the radial menu issue. See if we can unload it, if it doesn't break the save. We can actually fuel vehicles. I'd run into that a little bit in my own, in my test playthroughs, but I didn't, it seemed like it was an isolated issue and it came and went. But now it seems like it's not going to be doing that. It's going to just come and stay. So, we cleared this area. We are going to start collecting watches here. Because, let's face it, it's PZ. We're going to have to grind electrical to be able to hotwire one of these things. Plus side to the box truck, at least, is since I'm running RV interiors, is we can, once we grind our carpentry up a little bit, we can kind of make it into like an RV where you know, I can set up a bed and whatnot in the back, and then I can pretty much sleep wherever, which is handy. However, there is no way we're ever going to get it off the island. So if we do actually manage to murder all of these zombies on the island, which is... pull this away from the gas pump, because otherwise I won't be able to put fuel in it. Hello? Would you like to actually start? And we're just gonna have to bucket line fuel from the gas pump over to the truck here, I guess. But the plus side is we've got a working vehicle. The downside is this is just going to kind of suck. I'll have to look into which mod is doing it. We know which one would. Maybe, got so many mods running, it could be any of them. Some more fuel in this, get it filled up, and then we'll head into kind of the residential section of town. See if we can actually find some food. Because we did take, or I did take underweight as a starting trait. So we do need to find some significant calorie source. I can get rid of that damage debuff that we're carrying around until we hit 75 kilos. Isn't this just riveting content? Watching a man go back and forth between a gas pump and a truck. Because I added mods and broke the game. Seems like we are actually full now, because still gas in the gas can, so let's top that off. Alright. Really? Really? As usual. Why? Why will you not do what I want you to do? Oh, put it in the truck. Just gonna piss me the hell off, aren't you? Unequip. Something's still going on with the UI here. There we go. Alright. Let's go hit up some houses. See if we can find some food. Knockoff Walmart mobile. This thing handles like a brick. In case you're wondering, it is not good. I haven't actually opened up the mechanics screen on this thing, but I have a feeling it's going to be terrible. I think there is a lot of broken stuff on that truck. Come on. Die. Quickly. Get down. Come on. Knew there was one coming from behind. All over. All over. All over. We were gonna collect watches. Which is great until the alarms start going off. Whoa. That is a fat zombie. Bad is my clothing. Short tank top. I don't actually have holes in anything that I gotta worry about. Cool. Tempted to skip this house because every house I've ever gone into with a for sale sign has nothing in it. I mean, as you'd kind of expect. Like, people don't... Well, people who own houses, I will say, don't tend to leave their shit behind when they move out. People in apartments, on the other hand, and I will admit that I have done this, they love leaving shit behind when they move out. I've done it twice, I think. And just to be clear, I'm not advocating for this. It is absolutely an asshole move. Because you're basically forcing somebody else to clean up after you. I did it when I was a much younger man than I am now. Once was absolutely a dick move on my part. It's the first apartment that I had. Me and a bunch of my friends. I'm not sure exactly why we did it. I think we were just lazy. Which is not an excuse. I'm pretty sure we were just lazy and stupid and privileged and entitled. Kind of like people are now. And you know, we left this giant pile of shit in the apartment when we moved out. And it wasn't just like trash, it was like furniture. And I moved from there into the next apartment that I owned. Yeah. Okay, pay attention to what you're saying, dumbass. The next apartment that I lived in, my girlfriend at the time and I moved in there. And, like, the apartment itself was nice, but the building was a friggin' dump. Like, it was bad. I never saw any of the other apartments, but what we did get from the rest of the building was we got bed bugs. Hang on just a second here. All right, so I apologize for that. I had to drop out of stream there and take a phone call. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to cut the stream short. That was my kid's school. He's in the nurse's office, so I'm gonna go have to deal with that. Um, we will continue this next week. I will get this uploaded onto YouTube so that you guys can watch me putter about and do stupid shit at your leisure. And of course, the VOD will be up on Twitch. I apologize again. Not what I had planned for the day. I had planned to run this until afternoon time, but hey, life intervenes, right? So I'd say thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed it, then spread the word and bring some friends back with you next time. Until then, I hope you all enjoy your weekend and your week until the next stream.